Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Anuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a drawstring mini pouch, and here it is. It looks like this and it's a drawstring pouch. So just have your this drawstring and it closes up like this. You can simply open up your pouch like this, and the size of this pouch, it is about 12 centimeters, 12.5 centimeters or 5 inches long, and it is about nearly 10 centimeters. Yeah, it's about 10 centimeters or 4 inches wide. And here it is. Now for this particular pouch, I've used my 100% cotton yarn, and for this project, I've used 3 mm of the hook. So let's begin. Okay, so for this one, we're going to start with a slip knot. So just have a slip knot and we're going to chain up 17 here, 1, 7. So just chain up 17. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16 and 17. So here we got our 17 chains, and now I'm going to turn my work. So just turn your work and here it is. You're going to find the back part of your chains. Now I'm going to skip this first chain. This is the back part of my first chain. I'm going to skip this first chain and I will go to the second chain, and I will insert my hook into the second chain, and I will grab the yarn and I will make my first single crochet here. And now we're going to put a stitch marker here. So for that one, just have your stitch marker so that we will remember that this is our first stitch. Now again, insert your hook into the same chain, your second chain, and have your second single crochet here. So have your 2 single crochets into this second chain, and now onwards you're going to have 1 single crochet into each chain. So just go to this next chain, insert your hook into this next chain, grab your yarn and have your 1 single crochet, go to your next one and have your 1 single crochet. So keep on having 1 single crochet into each chain, and by the end of this chain, so you're going to have your 17, 1, 7 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you after my 17 single crochets. 1 single crochet into each stitch, each chain. And here it is. I've got this 17 single crochets here, and now into this last chain we're going to add another 3 single crochets. So just insert your hook, grab your yarn and have your 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet and 3 single crochets. So add another 3 single crochets. So in total we have our 20 single crochets here. And now we will turn our work and we will work on this second side of this chains. And now this is my first chain. So I'm going to insert my hook into this first chain like this, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make my 1 single crochet, go to this next stitch, insert your hook into this next stitch and have your second single crochet. Now keep on having 1 single crochet into each chain on this second side as well, and we're going to add another 14 stitches here. So we already got this 3 stitches, add another 14 stitches here, 14 single crochets, and here on this chain you're going to have your 34 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you here at my 34th single crochet. All the way around you're going to have your this 34th single crochet. So on this side you're going to add another 14 single crochets, and in total for this round number 1, we're going to have our 34 single crochets at this point, and I'm going to meet you here with my 34 single crochets. And here it is. I've got this 34 single crochets here, and now I'm going to add another 2 single crochets into this last chain. So this is my last chain. You can find your space in here. This is my last chain, and here I'm going to add another 2 single crochets. So that's 1 and 2, and in total I have 36 single crochets here for this round number 1. And I'm going to take out this stitch marker, and now I will insert my hook into this first stitch, but here I will not take these 2 loops. I will go to the back loop only. So insert your hook into this back loop only, grab your yarn and make your this slip stitch, and here it is. So we got over the slip stitch, but we have taken only the back loop. Now chain 1, insert your hook again into that same stitch, grab your yarn and have one single crochet here, and this is your first single crochet of your round number 2. Put your the stitch marker back on, and now keep on having one single crochet into each stitch from your previous round, and all the stitches will be back loop only. So here you're going to take the back loop only, and you're going to have your this single crochet, go to this next stitch, take your this back loop only, grab your yarn and have your one single crochet, go to this next stitch, take the back loop only and grab your yarn and have your one single crochet. So keep on having one single crochet into each stitch. All stitches will be back loop only, all single crochets will be back loop only, and by the end of this round, round number 2, you're going to have your 36 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you at the end. Here it is. So keep on having one single crochet into each stitch. All stitches will be back loop only, and I'm going to meet you at the end here with my 36 single crochets back loop only. And here it is. I've got my this 36 single crochets all back loop only, and now these 2 stitches are my slip stitch and chain 1. So we're not going to count these 2 stitches. We're going to skip these 2 stitches, and we will go to this first stitch of our round number 2, and take out your the stitch marker and just insert your hook into this first stitch, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch here and tighten up your work, and here it is. It looks like this. Now for your round number 3, chain 1 and turn your work. So turn your work, and this is your back side, so that this back side will be up. And now here for this first stitch, this is your first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch like this. Here, grab your yarn, you're going to have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook again into that same stitch and grab your yarn, and you're going to have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops and chain 1. Now here, if you want, you can put your stitch marker. This is your first stitch of your round number 3. Have chain 1 here, and now skip your this next stitch. So we're going to skip over this next stitch, and we will go to this stitch after that. Insert your hook into this stitch, grab your yarn. Again, you're going to have 2 loops, yarn over, and insert your hook again into that same stitch and grab your yarn. Now you're going to have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops and chain 1. And now we're going to skip over this next stitch, and into the stitch after that we're going to repeat the pattern. So just insert your hook into that stitch, grab your yarn, yarn over and insert your hook into that same stitch and grab your yarn. Now you're going to have 4 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops, chain 1. Again, we're going to skip over this next stitch, and into the stitch after that insert your hook, grab your yarn, you're going to have 2 loops, yarn over and insert your hook again into that same stitch and grab your yarn. Now you're going to have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops and chain 1. Now keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end you're going to have your 18 bin stitches. Now this stitch is called a bin stitches, so you're going to have your 18 bin stitches and 18 chain 1 in total, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. So keep on repeating this pattern. Again, we got over this last chain 1 here, so you're going to skip over this next stitch and into the stitch after that insert your hook, grab your yarn, yarn over and insert your hook into that same stitch and grab your yarn, and you're going to have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops and chain 1. Now keep on repeating this pattern, and I'm going to meet you at the end here with my 36 stitches, 18 bin stitches and 18 chain 1, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. I have my this 18 bin stitches with my 18 chain 1. I've got my this last chain 1 here, and now this is my first stitch. So I'm going to take out my this stitch marker, and I will insert my hook into my this first stitch, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make a slip stitch here like this, and it will look like this. If you will turn your work, because this is the back side, we have worked on the back side, so if you will turn your work and if you will see, your front side will look like this. And now here it is. We got over this slip stitch here, so have this slip stitch and chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. So here we come up in the front side and chain 1, and now we will go to this space here. So this is your last bin stitch. After your this last bin stitch, you're going to find a space in here. So here it is. This is your space. We're going to insert our hook in this space. So chain 1, turn your work and insert your hook into this space and grab your yarn. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook again into that same space and grab your yarn. And you're going to have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops. And now you can put your this stitch marker here. This is your first stitch of your round number 4 and chain 1. Now we will go to this next bin stitch. So here it is. We got over this next bin stitch here. And now after this bin stitch, you're going to find your this chain 1 space. So we're going to take this chain 1 space. So insert your hook into this chain 1 space, grab your yarn. You're going to have 2 loops, yarn over and insert your hook into that same space and grab your yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops and chain 1. Again, if you will see from here, you can find your stitches. So we're going to skip over this next stitch and we will go to this stitch after that. And this stitch is here after your bin stitch. So this is your next bin stitch. After this next bin stitch, you're going to find your this space and this is the stitch. Insert your hook into this stitch and grab your yarn over and insert your hook again and grab your yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops, chain 1. Again, we're going to skip over this bin stitch. So this is your bin stitch, your next bin stitch, and this is your next stitch. So here it is. We're going to skip this bin stitch and we will go to this next chain 1 space, insert your hook into this chain 1 space and have your next bin stitch, chain 1. Again, skip your this next bin stitch and after this bin stitch, you're going to find your this chain 1 space and have your bin stitch into that chain 1 space and have another chain 1. And here it is. We're going to repeat over this pattern. So keep on repeating this pattern. And again, for this round number 4, you're going to have your 18 bin stitches plus 18 chain 1s. And in total, you're going to have your 36 stitches. And I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. I'm at the 17th bin stitch. I've made the 17th chain 1 as well. And I will go to this next chain 1 space. And I will have this last 18th bin stitch and chain 1, my last chain 1. Now here after this bin stitch, this one is already taken because we have already got this first bin stitch. So here we're not going to work. This is our last bin stitch, our 18th bin stitch with our 18th chain 1. And now we're going to take out the stitch marker and we'll insert our hook into this first stitch and grab a yarn and make a slip stitch here. Chain 1 and turn your work. And again, we're going to repeat our round number 3 here. Chain 1 and again we will go into this space here just as what we have done for round number 4. Insert your hook into this space, grab your yarn. You're going to have 2 loops, yarn over and insert your hook into that same space and grab your yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops and chain 1. Have your this stitch marker on your this first stitch and keep on repeating your round number 3 and 4 here. So we're going to keep on repeating our round number 3 and round number 4 until our round number 15, 1, 5. So again, as I'm working on this round number 3, we are working on this side, we are working on this back side, and here it is. We got over this first bin stitch and chain 1. Again, we're going to skip over this next bin stitch and into this chain 1 space, we'll insert our hook. Grab the yarn over, insert your hook again, grab your yarn over and pull your yarn through all 4 loops and chain 1. Again, skip your this next bin stitch and into this chain 1 space, have your next bin stitch and chain 1. Now keep on repeating your round number 3 and round number 4 until your round number 14, and I'm going to meet you after my round number 14. Just remember, after each round, you're going to turn your work. So chain 1 and turn your work. And for each round, you're going to have your 36 stitches, 18 bin stitches and 18 chain 1s. And I'm going to meet you after my round number 15. And here it is. After my round number 15, my work looks like this. Here I've made this last slip stitch on my round number 15. And I'm here. I haven't turned my work, so I'm here in the front side. So this is my front side. I'm not working at the back side. And now, here, after having this round number 15 and you're the slip stitch, chain 1 for your round number 16 and insert your hook into this same stitch and grab your yarn and have your first single crochet here. And now you can have your the stitch marker so that you will remember that this is your first stitch. And now go to this next stitch, insert your hook and have your 1 single crochet. Go to this next stitch, insert your hook and have 1 single crochet. So here for round number 16 we are gonna have 1 single crochet on each stitch from our previous round, and by the end of this round, round number 16, we're gonna have our 36 single crochets. So now keep on having 1 single crochet into each stitch, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of this round with my 36 single crochets like this. And here it is. At the end of my round number 16, I have my this 36 single crochets and I'm here. This last 2 stitches are my slip stitch and chain 1. So we're going to skip over this 2 stitches and we will take out our the stitch marker and we will insert our hook into this first stitch and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make our slip stitch here. And now chain 2, so it's 1 and 2. Now this chain 2 will count as our first half double crochet. Now yarn over and go to this second stitch, insert your hook into the second stitch, grab your yarn over and spool your yarn through all 3 loops, and this is your second half double crochet. Now here on this chain 2 we're going to have over the stitch marker so that we will remember that this is our first stitch. And now here for our round number 17 we are going to have 1 half double crochet into each stitch from our previous round, and by the end of this round, round number 17, we're going to have our 36 half double crochets. So keep on having 1 half double crochet into each stitch, and I'm going to meet you after my this round, round number 17, with my 36 half double crochets. Here it is. And here it is. I've got my this 36 half double crochets for my round number 17, and I'm going to take out my this stitch marker and I will insert my hook in my this chain 2 and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make a slip stitch here. And that's how we're going to finish over this round, round number 17. And now for our round number 18, chain 1, and this chain 1 will count as our first single crochet, and I'm just going to have my this stitch marker here. And now we're going to skip over this next 2 stitches. So here it is. We got over this first stitch here, our chain 1 here. So skip your next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. We're going to skip over this next 2 stitches and into this third stitch, yarn over and have 5 double crochets here. So this is the stitch we have worked on. Skip your next 2 stitches and into this third stitch, have 5 double crochets here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here it is. Now we're going to skip our next 2 stitches. So it's 1 and 2. We're going to skip over this next 2 stitches and into this third stitch, insert your hook, grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet here like this. And now again we're going to skip our next 2 stitches. So it's 1 and 2. We're going to skip over this next 2 stitches and into this third stitch have another 5 double crochets here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Again we're going to skip our next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. We're going to skip our next 2 stitches and into over this third stitch we're going to have 1 single crochet. And now keep on repeating this pattern. So again we're going to skip our next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. We're going to skip over this next 2 stitches and into over this third stitch we're going to have 5 double crochets. Then we're going to skip our next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then into this third stitch we're going to have our 1 single crochet. And now keep on repeating this pattern and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here I am. It's my last 5 double crochets, and now I'm going to skip my this last 2 stitches and I'm here. So I'm going to take out my this stitch marker on this chain 1 and I will insert my hook into my this chain 1 space and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make a slip stitch here just like this. Here it is. And now we're going to cut our yarn. Cut your yarn and secure your this last stitch and put your this loose end in and we're gonna have our this string. Here it is. It looks like this. And now for this string or this strap, we're gonna have our yarn and start with a slip knot. So just have a slip knot here. And now we're going to chain up 60. Now if you want your this string to be a longer one, you can always increase your chains, or you can decrease your chains. I'm going to have 60 chains in here for this one. Now it's totally up to you. If you want your this strap a little longer, you can always add up your this chains and keep on having 60 chains, and I'm going to meet you after my 60 chains. 60. And here it is. I've got my this 60 chains, and now I will chain up one more. So this is 61, and I will turn my work, and I'm going to skip my this first chain. So I'm not going to count this first chain. I will go to the second chain, and I will insert my hook into my this second chain, and we'll have one single crochet. I will go to this next chain, and we'll have one single crochet, and now keep on having one single crochet into each chain. And because we have our 61 chains, we're going to end up having our 60 single crochets by the end of this chains. So keep on having one single crochet into each chain, and you're going to end up having your 60 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you after my 60 single crochets. Here it is. I've got my this 60 single crochets, and now I will cut my yarn and we'll secure my this last stitch. Here it is. And now we will insert our this strap inside our bag. You can take a help of this needle. So here it is. I've got both the straps, both the strain of yarn inside my this needle, and here. So I'm going to insert my this needle into my this half double crochet. So this is my round number 17. This is my round number 18, and this is my round number 17. This is my half double crochets, and I'm going to work on this half double crochet. So just go to this round number 17 and have any 2 stitches and just insert your this needle like this, or directly you can insert your this strap, and if you're not taking the help of this needle, and stretch like this, and we're gonna skip the next 2, 1 and 2, and we will go to this next 2 stitches like this, and we will simply drag over this strap round over this stitches, so it will be like this, nice and secure. And keep on having your this strap around your this pouch, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is. It is all done. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that whenever you're putting your this strap in, just keep in mind to have your strap straight. So just keep that in mind to have your this strap straight. And now we're going to attach our this 2 parts of our this strap. So for that one, just have your needle and simply insert your needle with the second part and attach your these 2 parts together. Here it is attached, and now put out this 2 loose ends in, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is. Your drawstring pouch is ready. It looks like this. Here it is, and it's nice and secure. Here it is. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then,